Welcome back to a brand new Civ 6. Some might even call it a Civilization 6 video if they're feeling brave enough. We're back at it with Abraham Lincoln. And honestly, you guys seem to love the last video where I just did commentary over gameplay, so fuck it, I'll give the people what they want. I don't know what to title this video, pretty bad with that, so it'll probably be something like why Abraham Lincoln is the greatest Civ, right? Nipples are just pepperoni slices, greatest I've ever seen. Saved my grandma from a moving train right after stopping my cat from climbing up a tree or something, but we're back at it. The goal for this strategy, or this game I guess, it's a continents map with 8 civs. Yes, we're very daring today, no more Pangea with 6. But the goal is simple, manifest destiny. Just like everybody knows, in real life, the United States conquered the entire, well, I guess United States, not through military means, but because they were able to manifest destiny. Much more than the natives did. I still have absolutely no fucking idea why they called it Manifest Destiny. It's like they just sat there dreaming about destiny to take over, but it is what it is. We do have the city of Washington here. We do have some cheese, some sheep up there. Oh my god, that's another fucking great grass-cutting sword tribal fucking relic. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. That is religious, fucking free settler one. Religious settlements guaranteed. Gonna take Magnus, of course, and get Rockefeller to get started on the industry in the Americas. And just like that, we get another civilized city-state, excuse me, as well as another rapist we're gonna have to take out before we find some unprotected, I was gonna say women, but I guess men can get raped too. There's urban planning, and for some reason I didn't get the first Pantheon somehow, but it doesn't matter, we're still able to get that free settler. As much as I'd love to settle up here, I'm probably gonna actually settle down there. That +4 citrus food looks succulent. Nothing is better than a nice good orange when you're eliminating. Genociding would be the more appropriate term, a native species. Let's keep going down south, move that slinger, and you can stay fortified a couple turns. And I completely forgot we met a second city-state, Rapa Nui, that somebody else already met, which is, well, it's quite unfortunate. I'd love to get 5 culture in the early game. Just like I'd like this barbarian to enter Hades' domain. Or something, I really didn't know what I was saying there. Let's move this warrior towards the west. You are going to sit on that encampment just to flex on the Rapa Nui, the Vilnius warrior, that we're going to get the gold instead of him. And we'll keep moving. This jungle looks absolutely immaculate. In fact, fuck it, I'm just gonna settle right on top of the oranges. I love them so much, I can't live without them. And we'll get a monument, and just like that, we'll also get 2 banana tiles. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the 50 decibel notification ring just obliterated my eardrums. Computer notifications are no joke after all, especially if you want to have not hearing aids after the age of 50, so I guess we'll probably have to find a way to turn that off, but until then, I guess we can just keep going west. There's no civilization, so unfortunately our manifest destiny will have to be peaceful. We do get a free builder unit, not really sure what to do with this fucker. I'll probably just get a farm and get a boost, and just like that, Boston's about to get burned to the ground like it was London in the late 1800s. This is a fairly good Petra city now that I think about it. 1, 2, 3, boom. We could boom there, right? And then we can manifest. Or we're gonna manifest another city there anyways. And then we could still manifest another city, well, probably over there. And then we can manifest another city over there. And if we keep dreaming, we'll be able to manifest the greatest of cities right beside 2 sources of horses. The military-industrial complex is about to be stellar today. I'm gonna probably move right in front of that spearman, because as everybody knows, spearmen stand no chance against 5 combat strength slingers in this game. Also, since we're going for Manifest Destiny, Vilnius is going to get eliminated. Maybe not Rapa Nui. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. I, for one, was not expecting that spearman to obliterate my slinger like that. I could sacrifice the slinger and get a boost to archery, but here's hoping this warrior decides to attack me next turn. And that is actually an immaculate place for a campus. That right there would definitely get you to lose No Nut November if it was still November. Let's go get that mine up there. We can also get another beautiful city on the hill over here. Ironically, it's not going to be called Boston, unfortunately. And I am going to assume they eliminated that barbarian warrior. Yes, they did. Let's hope the spearman attacks me next turn. And here in PJ Washington, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get settlers. There's nothing else to do. Oh my god, you fucking piece of shit. This guy didn't even survive. He died to a forest fire afterward, and I still didn't get the boost to archery. This is ridiculous. Somebody get a recount. I do not believe this was made without any sort of ulterior motive in mind. They definitely decided to conspire with Sid Meier himself to fuck me over. That was my slinger boost, and you just fucking took it from me, Vilnius. You know, fuck you, Rapa Nui. I'm gonna Rapa Nui your city. And there we go. And we'll just keep moving there, I guess. There's really not much else for us to do. There's another civ down here, but I highly doubt we'll be able to attack them. The Inca, I believe they are. Okay, maybe on second thought, sitting on a forest right next to a few burning forests wasn't the most grand of ideas. Let's move to a not forest and hope this game doesn't kill you for being next to a burning forest. Move that over there, and honestly, the Manifest Destiny will be fairly peaceful this time around, unfortunately. Let's see who this civ is. I could not have written a better script than that. I'll probably get bombers in the late game and see if I can do what even Uncle Sam wasn't able to, but I highly doubt it. Here, you're just going to stay fortified. You're going to move in through there. We'll hit next turn. Might also take out Singapore, since, honestly, at this point, let's just take out our entire continent. Also take a nice bite size out of Thang Long and make a New Mexico or something. Here in Boston, there really isn't much to do. I guess I'll get a builder, all things considered, but we really can't build anything. This slinger's growing at a solid 10 health per turn. That is ecstatic. Just take your time, I guess. We'll keep moving down there. There's plenty of places for more cities. You're probably just going to stay fortified until I can steal that encampment from out underneath you. And there's the British Empire. This, like, you literally could not have written a better script than this game. But it seems like the British Empire isn't doing so well. What's going on? I will gladly steal their city if they're getting ass blasted by barbarians. Take Amani and throw her on Vilnius just so I can get some exploration going on. All things considered, though, this game is looking like it's been served to me on a silver platter. Let's bring this warrior back home. And my plan has worked. I secure that barbarian encampment for me, and we'll hit next turn. Lots of great city places to settle, but not... Oh, well, the ancient era ends soon. It only took 34 turns, unfortunately. Could get level 2 here, but ooh, I almost raided the clan. I think I'll just disperse for now. There's currency. Writing's coming up soon. We're making 8 culture per turn somehow. And I don't want to chop any of these. These look immaculate when it comes to yields. I'll keep this guy on the Jade until we get mining, and honestly just get started on settlers. I keep forgetting this is a continents map, so I should probably try to get as many coastal cities as I possibly can. Or like adjacent coastal cities, kind of like my capital. Just do something like that. Vietnam will probably take it over, but, you know, America, they're not going to lose to a bunch of rice farmers, right, guys? This is not looking good. I hope he... Oh my god, how am I alive? That is perfect. We're probably going to have to retreat, though, since he stuck that spear so far up my ass it appeared out of my esophagus. There's the city of New York, at least. We'll get a nice monument going on. We're making so much faith per turn. I'd love a golden age, but I don't know how likely that seems right now. This spearman's going through a series of tactical blunders. He's left his encampment wide open. I don't know what the fuck this guy thinks he's doing. I think I'm just gonna walk right in there. And there's a tribal village. That's excellent. Let's get irrigation. Let's get this luxurious resource, this slightly less luxurious resource. We're gonna trade this away. I'm making lots of jade somehow. I'm assuming they settled right on. Yep, they did. Go ahead and trade some of this to the English. And just like that, we don't get ourselves another settler because they cost more than an arm and a leg combined to get. Let's go get that tribal village experience. That's exactly what I needed. I would not have liked anything else other than that, and we'll sit right on top of the olives waiting for irrigation. Well, someone seems to have suffered a little bit of damage from a minor flood, huh, Vietnam? There's a second builder. I'm fairly certain we could probably get some of this cheese going on right now. Seems like a good enough investment. Here in Washington, I think more settlers the merrier. There really is nothing else to build yet. That was a beyond stupid idea. I'm sure that spearman was just shaking in his boots, sending himself after that 2-health slinger. Now, I could... Oh, shit. I don't think I really have too much of a choice here. Honestly, I highly doubt he does enough damage to kill me next turn. For this, I think we'll probably just go Monumentality. I'll start building districts soon. Speaking of which, we should probably go for currency, apprenticeship, maybe Petra, something like that a little bit, and here with Magnus we'll just get provision. And after we get that cheese, we'll trade it away and buy another settler. This plan is looking excellent right now. This spearman is cowering in fear against my Giga Chad Slinger. Next city, I think, probably is going to have to go over there just to stop Vietnam from stealing my rightful territory. I completely forgot we had olives, too. I'm a fairly big fan of olives, all things considered. I like the fact they're nice and sour. I am a big fan of sour foods, of course. I think they're probably the best type of foods. I do like sweet foods, of course, but whenever I eat cake, especially with a healthy amount of ice, well, unhealthy amount of icing, I just get sick afterwards. Not even sick as in, oh man, I'm such a fucking fat ass. Might have to go ahead and go pound for pound with Amberlyn Reed soon. No, I just feel like literally sick, unfortunately. Just like this spearman is, of course, after losing to a fucking slinger. There are some boats going on around. There's political that was a misclick of the highest caliber. Yeah, that was a complete fucking misclick. I meant to go Classical Republic, but fuck me, I guess. Well, I guess there's nothing to be done here, I guess. We'll go Ago Gay. Probably get production towards settlers. That seems fairly important, and we can disperse this clan. I don't know why I did Vietnam's heavy lifting for them, but it is what it is, I guess. District-wise. Yes, hello, Germany. There seems to be a new sweatshop in town. Wonder if I can change government yet. There we go. Classical Republic. We didn't miss out a little bit on it, but all in all, isn't the worst thing in the world. I'll probably go Inspiration. There really isn't too much else to go. Completely forgot I had a government plaza going on. Probably should get started on that, huh? Well, we're probably going to delete that, so I guess the best place to build a government plaza is right there, and then we can chop out most of it, almost all of it. God damn. Wasn't expecting it to be that incredible, and we'll probably get a trader in that city. Envoy-wise, well, I guess put an envoy into Singapore and then send Amani to Singapore. Governor title, we're probably getting a golden age, so I guess I'll go Melody to get some nice cheap settlers and builder. Also, that made England kind of like us, and this is kind of the hot one, so I kind of want her to be on my side. There's Philadelphia, and we're probably going to get Texas here or something, so all in all, 5 cities by turn 55 is absolutely perfect, especially since we're getting an Ancestral Hall soon. And just like that, Cincinnati, that is exactly what I predicted. That's perfect. Yeah, go fuck yourself, bitch. Probably shouldn't have said that, considering that's the last city I'll settle near her, but I have to let these people know their place. Vietnam was scared of America IRL, they probably would have won. There's only so much to discover. I'm afraid I cannot abide anyone who sets out ahead of my own explorers. Oh, that's my fucking bad. Next time I'll just keep my people at home to keep you safe. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Even God doesn't agree with your line of thinking. Oh, we did get a trader. We could get some yields, or we could get a road system going on. I think overall the road system would probably help us more in the early game. And there's our Petra City of Los Angeles. That's perfect. We'll get started on your production after Los Angeles actually becomes a Petra City. And there's that beautiful campus right in time for natural philosophy. I philosophize that we are going to absolutely fuck this game in the ass, no condom, no doubt about it. I'll send Pingala to Boston for right now. Yield-wise, it might not seem like we're doing too well, and you would be correct, except for the fact that we are still building up the empire, so eventually we'll end up doing well enough as I sacrifice my cheese for 91 gold. This is a completely new level of strength. Vietnam is so strong and their jungles and marshes are so incredible, they've deleted their own military force. Truly one of the greatest military civilizations in history. Well, Classical Era is ending soon and I'm still 12 era score away, so there goes that golden age, I guess. But honestly, all things considered, really not much else we can do as long as, well, maybe if we get a few more districts up. I highly doubt it, though, considering we'd need about 12 in the next 10 turns. We only need about 4 more settlers, so I guess the Golden Age wasn't really necessary, all things considered, especially if, like, England gets that city, which is looking all but likely. We'll chop out this builder, use this builder to chop out this builder, and then we can probably get started on a really nice +2, probably up there, that would have been better, so this city... Well, this city can still get that campus, so we'll just do that. Can also get started on the military-industrial complex, giving me more than enough money to build out my cities. Not enough to do that, but if we do that, boom, boom, easy. There's the medieval era, and as you can no doubt deduce by the lack of glow, we weren't able to get a golden age. Others were, which is kind of unfortunate. I think monumentality is still probably the best thing to go so far, especially since we'll have all the cities out by the end of the era, except of course for the genocidal ones. And there's Genghis Khan, that is excellent. I don't really need any of these. Love for this to be cultural, but I highly doubt it. Oh, it was cultural. Now we can go ahead and trade some of our money iron to Genghis. People are finally starting to take diplomatic favors, thank God. I didn't know what to do with those. And there's the city of Chicago. Well, let's hope we can keep the crime rates lower than they are IRL. Does seem to be a skirmisher over there, so I'll probably have to get another archer out soon. Here in Philly, we'll probably just need that, and I completely forgot that we now have the petrol. Get started on that ASAP. Probably right over there. Yeah, there it is. This is not looking good for us. I'll probably have to build some military units soon, especially since I sort of have to manifest my destiny there west. Here, I guess, we'll get sailing in case we need that for a golden age, education, industrialization, of course, and then chemistry. There's our first boat. We'll just go out exploring with it, I suppose. And then in this city, we can now get that +2 campus. Damn, I guess Genghis saw my cock, which is kind of unfortunate. A little insecure about that. What I'm not insecure about is this giant fucking empire I've been growing. Be able to send you over there, you could go over there, and with Vilnius's units, I'm fairly certain they'll be able to deal with the encampment. Surely, the encampment won't survive their 2 man-at-arms. Surely the 50 or so man-at-arms under the possession of Vilnius will be able to deal with these guys. In fact, I'm so confident we're just going to send that settler in without a care in the world. Also, I probably need to get a military going on because I saw like a knight and a few of her unique units, and I do not want to be on the receiving end of that. The goal is to play America, not LARP as them. Progress is not a tool, it's a wave and will drown those who cannot keep ahead. Well, I mean, considering my yields, I'm not just drowning, I'm already at the bottom of the fucking ocean. I'll probably make friends with these guys, just in case Vietnam decides to bum fiddle me in the next couple turns. And I also probably need bronze working into celestial navigation before anything else. I guess those yields are usually important. Oh my god, you're willing to, for the grass-cutting sword? You're out of your mind. That is actually not a bad deal. I will gladly take your Pitaka, Mitanaka, whatever the fuck it's called. There's bronze working, which is nice, meaning I can chop down forests now. Well, I guess the iron being on the really good tile for an industrial zone wasn't that good, but I could probably move. No, we're kind of fucked when it comes to that. There's a trader. We'll probably send this guy to Los Angeles to get that Petra out as quick as possible. There's civil service, meaning with Victoria here, I could get a military alliance. Here with Genghis, I could get a research alliance. So if they ever do decide to declare war on me, we should be nice and insulated, just in case, though. I'll keep building military units till my combat strength matches hers. Yes, here is not looking too good, all things considered, but the good news is, I can fortify my warrior across the pass and he'll get 2 shot instead of 1 shot. I am so confident we'll take out that man-at-arms. I'm moving the settler there anyways. Chop out most of that library. Oh my god, these 2 yields are absolutely immaculate. I should probably be using this to buy military units, but, you know, I guess that short-term dopamine hit's probably going to be worth it. And here I'll probably just keep my units parked in LA. Oh, okay, that's not good. They've seemed to have looked and oversaw my best defense. I was definitely not me being the average Civ Lifer subscriber I am. No, I'm just going to keep that settler parked right there just in case the AI doesn't go and destroy the encampment while they still can. Seems the Knights have found a way to evade my flawless defensive strategy, unfortunately. They're really not at war. Vilnius would be on our side since they're allied with London. The only thing we need right now is to get Rapa Nui. Construct a preserve, I'd rather throw to Cactus. Yeah, there's no doubt they're coming after me now. I can feel it, I can smell it, I can taste it. Oh yeah, we're so fucked. It's so Jover. Here's a fantastic strategy, actually. I'm gonna go to Vietnam and I'm gonna give them 20 cold per turn, just so hopefully they don't spread my cheeks like a dessert. Oh yeah, that didn't work. They still came after me. The good news is they're pretty much at war with everybody, which is nice, all things considered. I am at war with Taruga. I'm definitely going to lose Cincinnati if it comes to that, but The good news is I could sacrifice some of these warriors to do 5 total damage to this knight, which is really nice. Trader-wise, we'll probably send this guy to Los Angeles to try to get the Petra out. And next turn I should also be able to get Rapa Nui on my side, which... Oh my goodness, this is not looking good right now. This is actually looking less than stellar. Some might even say it's looking bad. Probably going to need to buy an archer in this city, even if it means sacrificing LA a little bit. And this guy survived a one-shot. I am impressed. And with this extra envoy, I am going to not get my cheeks spread like a Philadelphia cheese on a toast. And with that, we should probably be okay, all things considered. Yes, I'm going to assume we're going to be okay. So much so, in fact, I'm going to get a library. Next up, we should probably try to get Singapore on our side, which sounds like a good idea since, well, you know, the Singaporeans are right on their border. This guy's going to move there, this archer's going to move there and sort of defend the border, I guess. And we do have Vilnius on our side, I believe, and they are at war with Vietnam, which is really nice. You stay fortified, you stay there, and then you can go to whichever city gives the most production, being New York. Oh yeah, this is not looking good for them. They're about to get slapped 6 ways to Sunday. Although this Voitian kind of is scaring me a little bit, not gonna lie. But, you know, I pack that thing too with my army of archers. We do get a great person, a great merchant, an extra trade route capacity. That is wonderful. And now my trade routes to city-states grant to Faith. I couldn't have asked for a better great person. I could come in here and try doing damage. I mean, they do seem to be suffering a lot of damage from these floods and whatnot. Or at least here in St. Louis, I can begin by building an archer as well. Well, not as well as a quadrireme. I'm gonna have to get down on my knees and suck some of their white viscous fluids out to get that quadrireme. Good news is, they've seemed to have dropped the ball on killing that knight, which is nice to see. The other good news is the fact that, well, this guy's going to somehow get away, despite the fact that he's a ranged unit. He's still strong enough to beat any melee unit, it seems. We're just gonna stay there and try to soak up as much damage as possible, because it's not looking good for us. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this Gao Bimba guy is doing. He's definitely trying to go to Valhalla or something. At the very least, the Voitian will meet him there, probably, and there we go. Get that library out and running, because I think that's more than enough units. They are definitely not looking good, and I'll even send some reinforcements up north. Oh, fuck you, I'm gonna start pillaging some of your... Okay, well, you know, maybe districts are a little overrated. Pillaging doesn't give that many yields, of course. Not enough to get ass blasted. The other good news is I can now finally get started on my super builder projects with serfdom. Yeah, that went about as well as I expected, all things considered. Good news is she has no military strength, so we'll be able to deal with these guys fairly soon, which is nice. Yeah, this quadrireme might be a sacrifice, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means I can survive a barbarian onslaught. This one knight probably isn't going to be strong enough to do anything, so I'm not going to do anything to him, even though that is going to probably be a mistake in hindsight. The rest of these guys can... Actually, I'll send one down there, and I'll send one on the road right there. You could go to Cincinnati, Petra in 10 turns, and we're still looking good. Fuck me, never mind, I spoke too soon. The city of Leeds decided to get settled, but honestly, 10 cities by turn 114 is more than enough. We'll still be fine, and that crossbowman survives on 1 health. And the Golden Age Dark Age, excuse me, is coming soon, and that knight's in my territory about to run amok on my yields. She wants to make peace, and I want her to suck my dick, but we can't get both. Well, making peace actually might be a good idea now that I think about it. Can I get some of your money, please? I absolutely love it when this game does that. You're just about to take the city and a berserker pops up out of nowhere getting ready to tear you a new one. That's just fantastic. Oh, and a skirmisher too. Well, fuck my titties. That's just even better. There's Chorus. At least we can turn some of our faith into different yields, which is kind of nice. And just like that, we get the Petra in the city of LA. That's beautiful. Alright, that's enough staring at a wonder getting built for the 50th time. Let's go ahead and get a builder and get all those yields approved. I absolutely love it when the barbs do that. It's definitely my favorite part of this game. Nobody wants to trade for anything, unfortunately, except for Diplo favors, which I guess I'll take. And I'll get a man-at-arms. It should be more than enough to deal with... Oh, yeah. Holy shit, that's actually a... Why am I doing so much damage? 5 combat strength from defending doesn't seem to be too good now, does it? Okay, I completely forgot he can move at the speed of light and 4 move speed in enemy territory, so... Oh, this is an even bigger struggle than I previously thought. We're gonna have to do... Get a few more units to do that damage. Honestly, I kind of don't want to, so I'm just gonna sit here with my thumb up my ass, just doing absolutely nothing, and hoping Monumentality works for the next fucking era. Oh, the good news is in the Dark Age, they're probably gonna lose the city of Haiphong. I don't know Last time Americans occupied a Vietnamese city, it didn't go as well as you would think, so maybe we'll have to give them up on that generous offer. And of course, Philadelphia. I am so done with this shit, I'm just gonna build fucking walls. You know, I really like the Vinland Saga anime, but, you know, I can honestly understand why the priests and cardinals leading cathedrals didn't necessarily view barbarians and Vikings with the highest of esteem. We got Charles Darwin, though, so I guess, all things being equal, we're still going to be able to get a really nice science boost from that natural wonder. Got a builder coming in. Vietnam's going to make my late-game domination a little more difficult than first anticipated. And, well, I guess we can use this guy to go ahead and deal with whatever barbarian spawns out of that encampment next. No, burn those crop fields down, too. I didn't even need them. Didn't even want them, honestly. Let's go ahead and buy our 50th archer this game, and hopefully we'll be able to deal with this barbarian encampment this turn, and then you can go exploring now that you can enter, not freshwater, I forget what the, saltwater, yes. And with Charles Darwin, we just immediately get industrialization, which is really nice, if only I had the production to do it. But I've kind of been busy dealing with barbarians running amok in my territory and suboptimal cities like Buffalo. Finally dealt with that barbarian encampment. This is even better than crack. I can make friends with Vietnam too. Fuck it, I do not want to have to fight them until the late game. Singapore doesn't seem to be doing too good. Problem is, Vietnam's just gonna end up taking that city through loyalty anyways, but we do get Merchant Republic, so conscription's gonna give us some more money. Fucking, I guess, Merchant Confederation seems good. Republican Legacy's probably gonna be a necessity. There's castles boosted, which is nice, and we're probably just gonna make a beeline for communism. And there's Cleopatra, meaning I have another customer for my weapons of mass destruction. Well, too bad she's broke as fuck. And there's Suleiman with the drip going on, my goodness. Almost as great as Driptro. Do you want some weapons of mass destruction, perhaps? Oh yeah, he does. You really think he doesn't? He'll take all my horses for a steep price. You love to see it. Just like that, I'm making over 100 gold per turn, despite the fact I have like 2 international trade routes. And they just settled the city of Da Nang to lose it in the next couple of turns. The mind of an AI definitely has its own unique quirks and shit like that. 12 turns, looking at 8 turns. Probably gonna get them both, I would assume. I think there's like 2 civs left. Yes, 2 unmet civs left. That's really nice. I could try growing Cincinnati a little more. I think the problem is amenities. We're probably gonna have to trade for them. Here in St. Louis, I do want to buy a frigate. I don't have the money nor the yields for that, unfortunately. The good news is I might be able to get the money soon enough. I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, you're all fucking broke, boys, which is unfortunate. I'll get the caravel this turn, I think. There we go. Finally can protect our shores from the oh my god, that is not good. That has me infuriated right now. Chicago's going to be even more of a shithole than IRL. Oh, you're not getting away that easily. Oh yeah, that one shot. There's one of the other civs being Nubia, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Okay. And overall yields-wise, I'd say we're sort of in the running, probably. I mean, we're not doing too bad, all things considered, especially once I finally get yields everywhere. You know what, fuck it, I might as well make friends with everybody on the entire map. Why the hell not? Half Long has rebelled, which is nice, meaning I get to take it without firing a shot. Fuck you, Vietnam. Population-wise, we actually might even be able to take Da Nang, depending on how long until the next era. Hai Phong here's got modern infantry units at 690-18, so that's nice to see. I just completely realized we have no coal in sight. It's all in Vietnam's territory, so... well, I guess our continent isn't really that blessed. 3 envoys to a city-state, though, on the other hand. Probably could use it to get suzerainty of Fez. And there's Hao Phong, right to the Americans. You love to see it. Make sure to keep South Vietnam alive in this timeline, and our golden age is probably coming up soon, meaning we'll get Da Nang as well. And hey, who knows, maybe we'll even be able to get that coal, although I highly doubt it's part of their empire. It seems like Triao Q is a little bit selfish when it comes to natural resources. I thought that was my caravel. That was not the brightest tactical decision. Well, we didn't get Oxford in time. That's a little unfortunate. Good news is, though, we are still by far #1 in science, and we can actually get one of these districts in one turn, and considering we're cutting it close when it comes to the Golden Age, it doesn't seem like the worst idea. Got a farm and then a nice little corporation up there, and then here, and we'll get started on the workshops. Alright, bad news, we're not getting the Golden Age. Good news, we are probably getting the Golden Age if I can get enough money for a frigate anytime soon. After trading all my favors, getting down on all my knees, I'm able to get the frigate, and it didn't do anything. I thought it would, because it was coal, niter, and I didn't use niter. You know what, I'm probably not as good as this game as I think, so I'm just gonna stop talking. And there's the Industrial Era Golden Age, meaning our people are gonna be a lot more bright than others, I guess. Dedication-wise, we'll probably go for Heartbeat of Steam right now, and it's time to prepare for the leg. I can get Apadana. Yeah, probably not the best thing, actually. We'll just get a bank. We're also going to be getting Denong in the next turn, which is really nice for us. Or begin to get Denong, I guess, as we get our first infantry unit and are already in desperate need of oil. Some things never change. Yeah, I also completely realized I have 1,000 military strength out of fucking nowhere. All I was doing was building industrial zones and workshops and just getting free musketmen, which is nice. I still honestly haven't met the last Civ, which is kind of surprising, but considering they're dead last in science and not doing too well in culture either, that isn't the most surprising thing overall. I'll go for grants here, production-wise. I think it's time to probably start on more campuses. We've been able to build out the Empire a little bit, but the science isn't exactly sciencing, so it's a good thing we do now have research labs, meaning our science will start sciencing very quickly. Yes, I'm good at English. There's the University of St. Cor. I don't know why I got that, not exactly going to help us, but next up it's time to get the Ruhr Valley, even though we still don't have any coal, meaning we still don't have any production boost. This is not looking as good as I thought it would be. I've been able to keep Denong somehow all this time, but I really couldn't tell you how. We were one turn away from taking it, and they somehow were able to re-secure the means of reproduction, unfortunately. And finally, we're able to secure some coal. My god, that's good. We were struggling without that. I'll take all these luxuries, too. It's like 50 amenities for the price of nothing. I'll gladly take all that. Do that shipyard. You go back there, you go back there. Here in Buffalo, I guess we'll get a factory. And then we'll finally start getting some builders everywhere. Oh my god, it's all looking so good right now. Oh yeah, we are so back with that 430 science per turn. Wasn't able to get the Ruhr Valley, unfortunately. That's actually a big blow to science, so... Well, I guess I'll get the coal power plant right now. I do have coal, it's just... it doesn't seem to be really coaling in this instance, so that kind of sucks. We can build a canal. Now, the canal wouldn't be strategically important, it would still be pretty cool to build one, so I'm just gonna build one. America how it should be, by far the strongest military power on Earth, and nobody can really step up to us now, which is nice. We do have some aluminum too, so we'll be able to build the space projects no problem, which is nice. Speaking of nice though, there's rocketry, so we'll be able to get started on some rocketry sites in the near future. And there's Albert Einstein giving us 4 science for each research lab. It goes from 450 to 493. And there's the Taj Mahal again, really nice, and I can now start actually going for spaceports in every city. There's the final civilization, Pedro, which is pretty nice, except for the fact he's making 110 science. Oh, well, he also calls me evil. That's not exactly a way to endear your way towards the one person who could probably trade with you. This kind of looks like actually Brazil, except he's on the wrong side of it, unfortunately. We're getting mechanized infantry too, but we're losing money. Honestly, the LARP of America continues. We're going to keep this giant bloated military and lose money. I don't know how making cores saves us money, but it does, so I'm just going to keep doing that. That seems to have helped the money situation a little bit. We'll probably be able to make a positive after that. So far right now, it really doesn't seem like this game is going to be losable, even honestly. We're at positive gold now, which is pretty much all I need. I'll hit next turn, and 550 science. We're just blowing everybody out of the water at this point. There's the modern era. We are 3 era score away from a golden age, unfortunately, but at this stage of the game, it really doesn't matter. We'll go for reform the coinage, probably. We have a lot of trade routes. Nope, Haifong here is losing loyalty, but 50 turns should be more than enough time. Oh, we might not have coal, but we have antiquity sites, a trade-off well worth it, I'd personally say. Or steel, let's go ahead and get that lighthouse over here. And my finest engineers and architects. Well, you know what? Maybe if Brazil wasn't the murder capital of the world, excuse me, the artists and engineers would be at your doorstep. There's refining, and just like with coal, absolutely nothing in our borders. 11 results, and none of which are in the American heartland. You absolutely love to see it. Of course, Vietnam gets all the yields, but I guess they're in the middle of this sort of gangbang between all the civs, as, well, it seems like DripJoe kind of wants to gangbang me, unfortunately. Well, the good news is we're probably still going to win even without that, because we do have lots of aluminum. Yeah, I should probably delete some of these, considering the fact the money situation just keeps getting worse and worse. Actually, I'll probably keep them mechanized, just delete some of these musketmen instead. Yeah, you know, the kind of strategics kind of hamstrings, or the lack of strategics kind of hamstrings us. Right now we're at 640 science, the launch Earth satellite's about to take 6 turns. Then this turn happens, and just like that, we're back down to, okay, 616 isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Still bad, but not as bad, although I do have most of my cities on campus research grants. Definitely have enough faith to buy this guy, so I think I will, and then the next guy's kind of useless. I'm actually happy I did that. Well, at least we have one singular source of uranium in exchange for every other resource, but hey, at least we have communism. Nothing goes better together than America and communism, of course. There's the Earth satellite and the planet discovered, which is pretty cool. I don't know how Brazil's not doing too well. I guess just 6 cities kind of makes your options not as good as they would be. There's the moon landing, giving us a nice boost in culture as well as science, as if we still need it. Honestly, this game's been over for the last 30 or so minutes. I'm just sitting here clicking next turn, but I guess a Mars colony isn't the worst idea right now. We can start getting that. Honestly, I'm just going to call it right there. There's no shot anybody else catches up in any other victory type. If anybody does anything, we do have some uranium, so we could just nuke them. If they go for a culture victory, religious victory, again, nobody's close. Diplomatic victory, England's got 12 points, but again, the AI can never win a diplomatic victory. They'll just vote against each other, and then science-wise, I'm by far out and ahead. The only one who's really built anything, a lot of this takes 1 turn. So let me know what other civs you want me to play as. If not, I'll probably just keep going down the list and go for Alexander next, right? Title it, Why Alexander is the Best Civ in Civilization 6. Just make it a whole A to Z series. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and check out my other content. See y'all next time. Peace.